watching it. Our film begins with a quiet morning in a small rural town. A barefoot boy named Jesse is running through the dirt roads, training for a school race. He's determined, focused, and hoping this one thing will make him feel special. But at home, life isn't easy. Jesse comes from a poor family, with several sisters and parents who are constantly struggling to manage bills and work. His father is strict, tired, and expects Jesse to behave perfectly, while his mother is exhausted from holding the family together. In the middle of all this, Jesse has a small escape, his sketchbook. He loves drawing strange creatures, magical beings, and worlds only he can see. But he doesn't show it much, because everyone around him thinks drawing is a waste of time. So he keeps his imagination hidden, like a secret only he understands. At school, Jesse is quiet, shy, and often bullied. He doesn't stand out, except in running. He secretly hopes that the upcoming school race will finally be his moment. But things take an unexpected turn when a new girl arrives at school. Her name is Leslie Burke. Leslie is different from everyone else. She's confident, creative, and completely unconcerned with fitting in. On her very first day, she sits wherever she wants, dresses however she likes, and shocks everyone by joining the boys' race. When the whistle blows, Leslie runs faster than any of them, including Jesse, and she wins. Easily. Jesse is stunned. His one chance to shine, gone in seconds. But there's something about Leslie's bright energy that he can't ignore. Later that day, when their classmates laugh at Leslie for not owning a television, she simply smiles, as if she lives in a world far more exciting than the one around them. Slowly, Jesse begins to notice that she sees life differently, with color, imagination, and boldness. One afternoon, after school, Jesse walks home alone. Leslie catches up to him, cheerful as always. She talks about books, stories, and imagination, as if the world is a playground waiting to be discovered. Jesse listens quietly, surprised by how natural it feels to be around her. As they reach a forest area near their homes, Leslie notices a rope hanging from a tree over a small creek. Without hesitation, she grabs it, swings across, and lands laughing on the other side. Jesse watches in disbelief. A girl swinging across a creek like a superhero, he's never seen anything like it. She invites him to try. After a moment of fear, Jesse swings too, and for the first time, he feels free. That swing becomes their doorway into a new world. Leslie looks deeper into the forest and says, "This place, it could be our kingdom." Jesse doesn't understand at first, but Leslie sees the forest as a magical land filled with creatures, battles, and adventures. She calls it Terabithia. Jesse begins to play along, using his artistic mind to imagine the creatures she describes. Slowly, the forest transforms in their minds. Giant trees become fortresses, shadows become monsters, and the rustling leaves sound like an army marching. Day by day, Jesse and Leslie escape to Terabithia after school. They build a rope swing, a wooden hideout, and even claim the land as their own kingdom. In Terabithia, Jesse is no longer the boy who gets bullied. He becomes a warrior, a king, someone powerful and brave. And Leslie becomes his queen, fearless and full of imagination. While their fantasy world grows, real life continues around them. They face bullies at school, strict teachers, and family issues. But every time something hurts them, they run back to Terabithia, a world where they can fight back, stand tall, and be stronger than their fears. One day, Jesse and Leslie encounter the school bully, Janice Avery. She steals things, threatens kids, and makes everyone miserable. But instead of running away, Leslie uses creativity. She and Jesse write a fake love letter to embarrass Janice, exposing the truth in a harmless way. Surprisingly, this leads to Janice admitting she has troubles at home. This helps Jesse learn a powerful lesson: even bullies are hurting somewhere. Meanwhile, Jesse secretly develops a small crush on his music teacher, Miss Edmonds. She's the only adult who appreciates his drawings and encourages his creativity. She believes in him, and that makes him feel seen. Jesse's bond with Leslie gets stronger. They share stories, dreams, and fears. Leslie tells Jesse that imagination is not just a game, it's a way of seeing the world differently, a way of surviving. And then comes the turning point. One morning, Jesse wakes up to find a message from Miss Edmonds. She invites him to come with her to the art museum in the city. It feels like a dream come true. But Jesse doesn't invite Leslie. He feels shy, maybe even guilty. But he tells himself it's fine. It's just one day. He spends the entire day exploring art, beauty, and colors he never knew existed. He feels alive, inspired, and connected to Miss Edmonds in a way he can't explain. It's one of the happiest days of his life. But when he returns home, everything changes. Neighbors gather outside his house. His parents look pale and frightened. And then his mother tells him the news that breaks his entire world apart. While he was away, Leslie tried to cross the creek alone. The rope snapped. She fell, and she didn't survive. Jesse feels like the ground disappears beneath him. Jesse doesn't understand the words at first. His mind freezes. His heart stops. Everything inside him goes silent. He tries to convince himself that this is some kind of mistake. It has to be. Leslie can't be gone. Not her. Not the one person who made him feel alive. But the truth sinks in, heavy and painful. Leslie is no more. Jesse runs. He runs out of the house, down the road, past the trees, faster than he ever has in his life. He reaches the creek where the rope used to hang. The rope is gone. The water below is calm, too calm for something so heartbreaking. Jesse stands there, staring at the empty space, feeling as if Terabithia itself has vanished with her. That night, the guilt takes over him. He wonders why he didn't take her with him. Why he didn't tell her about his day at the museum. Why he left her alone. He blames himself, even though none of it was his fault. But grief doesn't listen to logic. It only listens to pain. The next day at school, everyone whispers. They talk about the accident, about Leslie, about Jesse. Teachers try to comfort him, but nothing helps. His world feels empty, like all the colors have drained away. Jesse can't accept it. He feels angry, lost, and confused. He even lashes out at the people who care about him. That's what grief does. It twists everything inside you. But slowly, something changes. Leslie's parents invite Jesse to their home. They give him a small box filled with her belongings. Inside it is a paint set and some supplies she used for their adventures. Leslie's father tells Jesse that she valued their friendship more than anything. Hearing that softens something inside Jesse. He realizes Leslie never blamed him for anything. She only ever believed in him. With that newfound strength, Jesse returns to the forest. He stands at the edge of the creek, realizing he can't use the rope anymore. So he decides to build something stronger, something safer, something lasting. A bridge. Piece by piece, using wood and determination, Jesse builds a sturdy wooden bridge across the creek. Each hammer strike feels like a tribute to Leslie, a way to honor the joy she brought into his life. When the bridge is finally complete, Jesse crosses it slowly, feeling a strange peace instead of fear. He walks into Terabithia, not as a frightened boy, but as its new king. There, he imagines Leslie standing beside him, smiling proudly. He realizes that Terabithia wasn't created because of the forest. It was created because of their friendship, because they believed in something bigger than reality. Before he leaves, Jesse brings his little sister, Maybelle, to the forest. She has always wanted to join him and Leslie, but he never let her. This time, Jesse takes her hand and leads her across the new bridge. He crowns her the new princess of Terabithia, giving her a place in the magical world that helped him grow. Maybelle looks amazed, and Jesse feels as if he has passed on the imagination Leslie helped him discover. The wind moves softly through the trees, as if Terabithia itself is alive again. Jesse stands tall, not as a boy who lost a friend, but as someone who learned what friendship truly means. And as the movie reaches its final moment, we're reminded that imagination, love, and loss shape us in ways we never forget. Leslie may be gone, but the world she created with Jesse lives on forever. This story is not just about fantasy. It's about the people who change our lives, even if their time with us is short. If you've watched this movie before, you already know how deeply it stays in your heart. And if this is your first time hearing it, now you know why Bridge to Terabithia is considered one of the most emotional films of all time. Before you leave, share your opinion in the comments. Tell me which moment touched you the most. And if you have someone close to you, share this video with them. Sometimes a story like this can bring people closer and remind them how precious friendships really are. Thank you for watching. And remember, real magic exists in the bonds we create and in the worlds we dare to imagine.